All right, no problem. Bye. And the bowl Majors Division tournament play. Michael Lewis along with. And we're here at the Petita East Field. Pitching for the Cubs is Everett Wilcott. And the batter is Kevin McCartney. Wait. Why by Wilcott to pitch? Gets him for the curve. Strike. 1-2 to count. Kevin McCartney. Pitch, swing, and great catch. Great play by Will Harmon, shortstop. Now coming to bat will be Johnny Leonard. Johnny's pretty good hitter, though. Pitch, 1-0 to count. Great evening out here, a little bit warm on the warm side, but a great evening for baseball. Pitch, chopper, foul. Got a 1-1. Great pitch. Pitch. He's got a 1-1 straight. Now it's on 2-1. And the pitch. And great play by Hollow over to first baseman. That's two away. John Page is up, the catcher. Pitch to Page. Good pitch by Wolcott. Wolcott with the one. And the pitch. Chopper gets by the third baseman. Going in for second for extra bases. And standing there with the doubles, John Page. 1 on, 2 out. Finn Bedingfield is now the hitter. That was a good hit. Really got a good hit on it. And the pitch. Bedingfield. Looking for a ball. Top to first. One. The pitch. Fly out to right field, and it makes the catch. No runs. Just my on right field. It was. No runs on one hit and no errors. One left on. We go to the bottom of the first. The score is the Cubs nothing. Coming to bat, the Astros nothing. You're listening to Pole Majors Division. The Yasha on Vype. Yes. Yeah, and he's got some pretty good stuff from what I've heard. Been And we have supposedly it's Murderers Row 3, as far as hitters are concerned. Hudson Heine will lead off for the Cubs, and then he'll be by the pitcher. He's going to be followed by the pitcher Everett Walcott and Terry Buffone.
Walcott and Buffone both have home runs on the year. Walcott had a 3-run walk-off homer the last time
The other night.
they played the Astros.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big moment, one of the absolute highlights of the season. So
Okay.
these top 3 Cubs is
Pretty tough.
tall order.
Yeah.
I'm sure anybody's figured out Bedingfield all season.
First up for the Cubs, Hudson Heine.
Yeah, it's going to be, and if Bedingfield is the pitcher, I tell you what, it's a lot of the buzz around here gives you a little bit of change ups, and got a good pitching repertoire as well. Hudson Heine to lead off for the Cubs in their bottom of the first. Bedingfield gets the sign to wind the pitch. It's going to be high outside, ball 1.
Goes by the nickname Cheese.
Ball low by Bedingfield. 2-0 to count to Heine. Everett Walcott, the pitcher, is up next for the Cubs. The wind by Bedingfield, the pitch. 3-0 count.
Bedingfield is settled down here.
Pitch. That's going to be strike. Good inside cutter. 3-1 to count to Hudson High. Pitched. Heine fouls it away. Going to be full count now. 3.
Curveball is thrown going in on 3-1, letting you know.
Yeah.
He's covered with that pitch.
It's like he's going to bring a little bit of a more of a variation. Different pitch now. The wind by Bedfield, the pitch to Heine, gets him. 1 away.
Battles back to 3-0.
That was a good pitch count. Pitcher Everett Walcott is in. 1 down. Bedfield gets his sign and a pitch. Curve misses. 1-0 to count to Walcott. Terry Buffone is on deck for the Cubs. The wind, the pitch. That's cuts a cutter on the outside. In there for a strike. 1-1. Bedfield looks like he has a very good repertoire. He changes his pitch as well.
Inside down, he really hits a spot well. He can live on that outside.
2-1 to count to Everett Walcott. The wind by Bedingfield, the pitch. And liner gets by the second baseman. And that's going to be a base hit. Terry Buffone, as they call him. Terry Buffone.
On the mound later tonight.
Runner on, 1 down. Pitch Buffone. Catcher looks back at Walcott. No throw made. The wind. Pitch. Buffone has a beat on it. Gets over the head of the right fielder. And there's going to be he's waving. Walcott's waved on. And he is in there safe. Buffone, he's safe in there as well with a triple.
Good shot, T-Bone.
Terry Buffone with the triple. Yeah. Great power. The Cub. It is. Cubs are leading this one 1-0. Got to run in. Richard Smith is up now. Benningfield looking to try to get out of trouble in this inning. 1 down.
Let's go, Richard!
Put some in play, drive this run home. Infield in for the Astros.
Looks like he actually.
Playoff baseball. First
Yeah.
inning, infield in.
Looks like if he could just get it past there's a gap right as they pull it, the Astros pull it in. Smith lines it, but phony great base running on the fielder's choice by Smith, and the Cubs
Run home, doing his job.
and Cubs lead now 2-0.
Terry!
And Andrew Peters is up now.
Terry!
2-0. The
Terry.
Cubs lead the Astros.
1 out. The scoreboard says 2. Don't get confused.
Chopper to first base is fair, and that's going to end the inning. But 2 runs
They did
on
got the out.
2 hits and nobody left on. And we go into the top of the 2nd inning. The score: the
Landry.
Cubs 2
Use that
and
gimpy knee.
the Astros coming to bat.
That a boy?
You're listening and watching
Oh, no more red.
Bowl Majors. Tournament action on Vype Live.
Timbo, you play back, all right? Does it behind you? Like that. Hey, the kid listens good.
Yeah, hey, and they're and getting that.
Timbo, if you
It
hit
seemed
me,
like what you were saying, the pitching when they go into late innings, like Buffon will be pitching,
you
or
learn how to turn and run. Teaching them valuable lessons. Where's your
stellar
son?
games.
Oh. The fastest ones are always the slowest.
Yeah, oh my goodness, wow. Top of the top of the 2nd inning for the Astros. Michael Lewis along with Will Gilvey with you.
Come on, Timbo!
Cubs got 2 in the bottom of the 1st to lead this one by a score of 2-0. John Wiley now is going to hit for the Astros.
Staff that took Williamsport in 2018 to the Little League World Series.
Okay, so that was probably what, last year, right? 2018, well, it's a few years back. Pitched by Walcott to Wiley, it's low. Why about Wolcott? Pitch to Wiley, and it gets by the shortstop.
Good job, Johnny!
Gets by shortstop Holland, and now with the Astros, Walker Donut is.
Cash is out with a broken arm.
Mhm. Pitch to Donut. 1-0 to count to Walker Donut. Brady Wilkins is up next for the Astros. The pitch. That's inside for a strike. 1-1 to Walker Donut. Walker gets a sign to pitch to Donut. Low high, 2-1 to count.
No. Oh, yeah, did go to Timbo. He did fine. He did fine. Yeah, he did good.
Pitch to Donut. Throw to first to try to get Wiley. No, I tell you, strong arm.
It's a high risk maneuver.
That's gonna be a strike inside. The donut is full count to Walker Donut. The line by Wolcott. And the pitch to Donut. Strikes him out. Great comeback from being down 3 and up 3 balls and 1 strike. Brady Wilkins is up next. 1 down, 1 on. The pitch to Wilkins. Phone gets us to second for the force.
Play, Carey.
Gets over Holland to get the force on Wiley. 2 away.
Yeah, you did.
Holy.
Third baseman, I love it.
Yeah, he looks like pretty.
He stands out in the crowd out here. He gets it, it goes.
The pitch to Pena's high and gets by the catcher and gets by Smith and down onto second. Wilkins. Pitch. Foul back. 2-1 to count. 1-1 to count to Joseph Pena. 2 away. 2-0 Cubs lead this one. Top of the second inning. Wine. Pitch. That's going to be a little bit tight. So it's going to be 2-1 to count. Three and 1 to count to Joseph Pena. No. Ryan Swinbank is next. If Pena gets on. Pitch, and he walks Pena. Be 2 on, 2 away. Ryan Swinbank is the hitter. This is the thing, you just you hit him hard and it just Wolcott trying to get out of this jam in the top of the second. The pitch, Swinbank, it's going to be ball 1. Two on, 2 out. The pitch fouled away by Swinbank. 1-1 to count. The wind by Wolcott and the pitch to Swinbank. Lays it up, and Smith with a good catch. Great catch by Richard Smith. And that's going to end the inning.
Nice play, catcher.
Got out of that jam. As you go to the bottom of the second, there were no runs, 2 left on, 2 hits, no hits, 1 hit. And the score is the Astros coming to bat with 2, and the Cubs nothing. Listening, watching, Pole Majors Division playoff action on Vype Live.
Back here with a quick inning.
Michael Lewis along with Will Ogilvie with you at Fertitta Eastfield. It is the Pole Majors Division playoff action, tournament action. The Astros are leading the Cubs by a score of 2-0. Oh, Cubbies are ahead. There we go. Cubbies are trying to lead the Astros, leading the Astros 2-0. Been a good pitching match for both pitchers, but as you probably know, just betting. The phony but the big shot has been.
Best matchup.
Yes, yes.
Big Terry comes around.
Mm-hmm.
They go to school together. It's one of his closest buddies.
you can tell.
Finn wants to get payback tomorrow at school. Be a little more even footing.
Will Holland, the shortstop, is up.
Will Holland can fly.
Good speedster from what I'm hearing. And the pitch by Bedingfield fouled away.
They can go left side by Holland. We're going to be on the toes.
As long as I get him.
Said he's a really good speedster. Pitch to Holland. 1-1 to count. Cubs leading this one 2-0 over the Astros, bottom of the second. And the pitch to Holland. 2-1 to count to Will Holland, the shortstop. Nico Juarez is up next for the Cubs.
How's it going? Good.
The wind by Bedingfield and the pitch. Got him, and that's what he did. He threw that gas at him with that outside slider. 1 out, and Nico Juarez is up. First baseman. Wind by Bedingfield, the pitch, a little low. 1-0 to count to Nico Juarez. Gus Meyer is up next for the Cubs on deck. Pitch to Juarez. It's in there for a strike. 1-1 to count. Fouled away by Nico Juarez. Yeah, great cut. He's like gives you that Aaron Judge feeling. Wearing his number the whole pitch. Fouled away by Juarez. 1-2 to count.
Way to fight, man.
The wind by Mayfield, a pitch to Juarez, fouled away. Still 1-2 to count. Wind to pitch to Juarez. Maybe 2-2 to count, looks like. Wind by Bedingfield. Pitch to Juarez. Got him on the strike. But fouled away. Out of piece. Looks like he stays in there. 2-2. The pitch. A little low. Should be full count. 3-2 to count. 1 away. Cubs advance leading 2-0 over the Astros. That pitch, Juarez fouls it away. Still a full count. Juarez steps out for time. I think he probably cut her. Thought he could get him. Got him. Got him with the hub and strikeout. 2 away. Gus Meyer is up now. The Gus Bus, as we call you guys call him. One strike to Gus Meyer. Benfield's pitched a very good ball game so far. Strike 2, smoked it right in there. 0-2 the count. 2 away. Wind by Benfield to pitch. I got him. Gassed him up. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. Go to the top of the third. Score: the Cubs 2 and the Astros nothing. You're listening to and watching the poll major divisions turn action on Vype Live. Michael Lewis along with Will Ogilvy back here at Fertitta East Field in the Pole Majors Division tournament. Will, I tell you what, these two pitchers are, you know them very well. You know, Bedingfield, crafty.
What we would expect so far. Strikes, Bedingfield's really mixing speeds, working in that curveball. 3-1 count. Got a strikeout of Nico, curveball on the full count. And at the Cubs, as long as Walcott can go,
They're gonna have.
I think, you know, in the winner's bracket, they've got plenty of time to rest here.
Oh yes, yes.
The guys playing in the loser's bracket have
A lot of
pitchers.
yes, yes. For to close it out. Yep. Tell you what. Yes. Neil Purry is going to lead off here for the Astros at the top of the third inning. Couple of dings off of every Walcott, but nothing really.
Nothing hit hard. They've ended up with a couple base runners, but he's worked out of it both times.
Jams. Pitch to Purry, strike 1. The wind by Walcott. This is signal from Smith. The pitch to Purry. A little bit inside. It's going to be 1-1. It's going to be 2-0. Should be 1-1. But I guess it is 2 balls, no strike to count.
1-1. Scoreboard's off. That'll happen. That'll happen out here from time to time.
The pitch lied out and it's going foul. So 1-2 to count to Neil Purry. Alex Sherman is going to be on deck for the Astros.
I'm not sure where that one was. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
Must have been just off.
2-2. Wine. Well, the pitch to Purry strikes him out.
Strikes him out with the high heat.
Walcott's really been throwing a really good game. Good change of his pitching back and forth, moving the box around a little bit.
Moving his eyes right there, up and down, up and down.
Alex Sherman is up now. Pitch. It's gonna be ball 1 to Alex Sherman.
Another one looked like a good pitch.
Wind by Walcott. The pitch to Sherman. 1-1. 1 out. The top of the third inning. Pitch to Sherman. That's going to be strike 2. 1-2 to count to Alex Sherman. Kellen McCartney is up next. And he strikes Sherman out.
Struck him out. Rolling over to the top of the lineup. 2 down.
And Kellen McCartney is up.
McCartney's been the table setter for these guys all year. Like I said, I think he's hitting over 600. See if he can get a little 2-out rally started.
Pitch McCartney. Check swing, but went around. Strike 1. Pitch by Wolcott to McCartney. Ball. Holding. I'll get a little bit of high. It's going to be on the air on the shortstop, Will Holland, with the high throw.
Now we got Johnny coming up to the plate.
Johnny Leonard's coming up.
That's what Everett Walcott was not looking for. Is
Don't want to look for him to
one
come
on
up.
base. We like Johnny. We like Johnny at the plate when there's nobody on.
Yes.
He's liable to leave the yard on any
anything.
swing, so.
Anything. The coach.
Coach Buffoni out to the
Buffoni's
mound.
out to talk to Everett Walcott. Get some strategy going. Tell you what, Everett Walcott's pitched a really great game so far.
He's been in a nice groove.
He's really been his change-ups have really been great. Some great pitch counts and assortments.
See what he starts Johnny off with. Johnny's going to be sitting dead red, looking for his fastball here on this first pitch.
Wolcott looking, getting assigned to Smith. Pitch to Leonard, fouled away.
Starts him with the off speed.
John Page is in the on-deck circle if they keep it alive. One strike to count. Top of the 3rd inning. The wind by Wolcott. The other pitch to Leonard. Squared a bunt, but didn't go around.
I don't think he meant that.
1-1 to count. Yeah, it looked like he had a little hesitation.
I don't think he meant that.
Not gonna go around there. Pitch to Leonard. It's gonna be strike 2. 1-2 to count to Johnny Leonard. We have 1-2 count to Johnny Leonard. The pitch by Wolcott gets away from Smith, and going into second base is McCartney. A wild pitch on Wolcott.
Runner in scoring position now for Leonard. So
Yeah, 1-2. Leonard could get the Astros back in the game now that they have a runner in scoring position. The pitch to Leonard. Oh, got him with the high heater. Wow.
Good pitch under Walcott.
No runs. The base runner left on. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning to score. The Cubs 2 and the Astros nothing. You're watching and listening to Pole Majors Division action on Vype Live.
Astros have had runners in scoring positions all 3 innings. Walcott ready for the moment. Walcott ready for the moment. I think he's ended all 3 innings with the strikeout. Men on second.
Willow Gilby and Michael Lewis with you from Fertitta Eastfield at the Pole Majors Division playoff action. The Cubs leading the Astros. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd by a score of 2-0. Like I said, Will, both of these pitchers have been holding their own pretty good. Like I said, with the Buffoni,
he had the big one.
The big one. That was really the big one.
Other than that, they've been in control.
They have.
Big Terry Buffoni coming down to the bullpen to warm up, like we talked about.
He sure did.
My least favorite part of the game. Makes you feel useful.
Charlie Kaysen will be. Charlie Casson will be up now for the Cubs. as we go to the bottom of the third inning.
See if Bedingfield can stay in that groove. He had worked quick last inning.
The pitch to Kaysen. A little bit outside by Bedingfield. Ball one ball count, 1 ball, no strike count.
Anybody listening at home might hear the pop of Buffoni over here in the bullpen.
One ball, 1 strike to count to Charlie Casson. Why about Bedingfield? The pitch to Casson, foul tipped away. 1-2 to count to Charlie Casson.
See if Bedingfield goes to that curve right here for a put-away pitch.
And the pitch.
There it was. A little high.
A little high. Catches the outside corner. 2-2 to count. Oliver Purdy is on up next. Fouled away by Casson.
Casson seeing that fastball right there. Might see that hook again.
Pitch to Casson, fouls it away.
Another fastball. Casson's fouling him off.
And well, you know, to the experience of this tournament, if you're in the winner's bracket, there's a lot of times you can actually switch your pitch.
Yeah, you've got a lot of time between games. Where's the curve?
Curve goes out, 3-2 to count.
Good at bat from Casson here, fouling off a couple. See if he can get a leadoff base runner.
Yeah. 3-2 to count, full count. Charlie Casson. The pitch, Bedingfield. That's going to be ball 4.
Great at bat. Great at bat by Charlie. Fouled 3 pitches off.
He made Bedingfield work.
Get on base any way you can, right? Start things off.
Oliver Purdy. And if you're listening to this broadcast, no, he's not related to that all-pro quarterback for my favorite football team in San Francisco, Brock. But Oliver Purdy's the hitter. It's going to be strike 1 to throw, and Cass back in. This game
catchers love that back pick, and the coaches hate it.
Yeah. Ball gets away. Cass is back right into second base. One to count to Oliver Purdy. The wind, the pitch to Purdy. A little low, 2-1 to count. At the bottom of the third inning.
Bedingfield wants to come right after him right now. Leadoff runner's made it to second.
Pitch to Purdy. Catcher trying to throw down to second base. Try to get the runner, but it's cut off. And Purdy to get some walk.
Purdy works a walk. Men on first and second here. Pitching change for the Astros.
Yeah, looks like
two walks to lead off the bottom of the third for Bedingfield. Johnny Leonard's coming in.
Yeah, Johnny Leonard's going to pitch. Looks like
Next up for the Cubs, Daniel Landry.
Daniel Landry is going to be up next.
Landry's back from a horrific broken leg. He had a skiing accident earlier in the season.
Ooh.
Good to see him back in the lineup.
So Johnny Leonard will pitch now for Finn Bedingfield. The winner of this game actually gets a lot of rest and won't play for a few days. Loser of this game will still have to keep playing to stay in.
Yeah, winner of this game is in pole position. They'll get to sit and wait for whoever comes out of the losers bracket. They'll have full rest, and whoever comes out will have to beat them twice. So,
yeah. And that's where you say that, you know, the Cubs, even though they lost one of their pitching aces, you know, they still have that.
Yeah, they've got that 1-2 punch that you can work with if you stay in that winners bracket.
Yep.
And the Astros, you know, Astros are similar. They've had some other guys give them some good innings, but Bedingfield and Leonard have really been their 1-2 punch all season.
On the pitching end. I think just getting off to that good start, even if you lose a game, trying to get those, if you get that other game in the losers bracket, you can work your way back. Johnny Leonard pitching now for the Astros. We have bottom of the third inning, 2 runners on. Daniel Landry. And like you said, he came back from a skiing accident.
Yeah, he was walking around with a cast on all the way up his leg a month ago. Good to see Daniel back in. See if he can put something in play against the hard-throwing Leonard here with 2 guys on.
Nobody out. Good chance for Daniel Landry to capitalize on the Cubs' lead, maybe extend it a little bit.
Bedingfield off the mound over to shortstop now. He can turn too.
The pitch to Landry, a little high by Leonard. 1-0 to count. Daniel Landry, the pitch by Leonard. High 2 balls, no strikes to count. 2 runners on. Both got on with walks by Bedingfield. The wind, the pitch to Landry. 3-0 to count. Looks like Leonard has a really good, solid fastball. Pitch a little high, and that's going to load the bases. Timbo Bailey is up next now. Bases are loaded, no outs.
Cubs are feeling it. A lot of action in the dugout
yes,
over here. They see the moment.
This is the moment now. You can see some opportunities now. Ball 1 to Bailey.
The way Walcott's working and Buffoni waiting in the wings.
Oh, I tell you.
They get another couple across here. It's going to be tough sledding for the Astros.
Two balls to count now to Timbo Bailey.
Coach Buffoni's game plan is
working
perfectly so far. It's Little League Baseball. You never know who the hero might be.
Strike. 2-1 to count. Nobody out. And it's always good. When you're in these situations, you get to the bases are loaded. You want to take advantage of these situations like this. Get your runs in.
Yeah, you know they want to get 1 or 2 across.
Yeah.
They'll roll to the top of the lineup here.
And then you're running into
after Bailey and
Walcott,
then
Buffoni. That's almost like saying you're going against the Yankees murderers road. Pop.
Good at bat by Timbo Bailey here, fouling a couple off against the flamethrower Johnny Leonard.
He's getting a chance to, even if he can get it in the field to play. See if Kaysen can actually chart. And popped up and goes foul.
Great at bat for Timbo Bailey.
This is a good at bat for him.
Fouling 3 off.
If he just lined a little bit past a little bit of a draw in an infield, just scooted a little bit past the third baseline.
Oh,
Great hit.
uh-oh.
But got to get back. Got one.
Doubled him off.
Doubled him off. A pop to second base. So it gets 2 away.
That is what Johnny Leonard needed from his defense right there.
Yeah, he needed that really. He needed that really bad.
That changes things.
Ooh, that would have gone out the field. You're talking about probably a couple runs in.
Bailey put a good piece of wood on it. Walker Donat made a nice double play to Bedingfield there. That changes things.
It does.
Now Coach Buffoni's talking to Casson on third. He just wants to find a way to get him across the plate. He'd hate to have bases loaded, no outs, nothing to show for it.
Yep. Hudson High now, the hitter. Pitch. Throw back to try to get Kaysen at third. Wine by Leonard. And the pitch to Heine. It's going to be strike 2. 2 out, 2 away, 2 on. Johnny Leonard easily tried to get out of this traffic jam.
This will be a Houdini escape act if he can work his
Get
way
out
through
of
this.
One, yes.
Double play was what dreams are made of for Leonard on the mound coming in there with the bases loaded.
And when you're trailing, it gives you still get some striking distance. Leonard's pitch to Heine. Got him.
Wow. Strikes him out on 3.
Leonard gets out of what would have been an actual disaster, but
phenomenal
no
job by
runs.
Leonard and the Astros right there.
Really, no runs, no hits, and 2 left on. The scores, we're going to the top of the 4th. Score is going to be the Cubs 2, the Astros nothing. You're watching and listen to Pole Majors Division action on Vype Live. Okay.
Buffoni, flame-throwing lefty.
Yeah, you said it. Terry Buffoni is.
I'd argue he's been the best pitcher post-Oak Little League this year.
Oh my! He's got a lot of heat. Left-hander, strong, very strong.
Big, strong, runs it up there, 65, 66 miles an hour.
Good breaking ball, fastball.
Hits his spot. Nice breaking ball.
Good. So Terry Buffoni is the pitcher now. Kind of like the closer.
Yeah,
the closer for the Cubs.
That's how Coach Buffoni's used him most of the year. He's brought him in the second half throughout most of the year. Had a couple of good starts. Also, I mean Terry can do it all, but that's how Coach Buffoni's used him more often than not this year. Has come in and shut things down.
John Page is the hitter for the Astros.
Johnny Page had a double in the first inning.
Sure did.
See if he can get another piece here.
Buffoni's pitch to Page. Look at high. It's going to be 1-0 to count. Line by Buffoni to pitch to Page. It's going to be, it's like ball 2. Top of the 4th. Pitch swing away by Page. 2-1 to count to John Page. Finn Bedingfield is up next, the shortstop. The wind by Buffoni. The pitch to Page.
Ooh.
Whoa, nice
Nasty
cutter.
off speed.
Nice cutter off speed. 2-2 to count to Page. Pitch. Got him.
Gets him with the smoke right there.
Strikeout number 1 for Terry Buffoni.
Buffoni's a lot to handle.
Yes. Finn Bedingfield, the shortstop, is up.
We talked about earlier, Buffoni and Bedingfield are good buddies at school, and Buffoni got him early in the game for that big double, actually triple, I guess, over the right fielder. See if Bedingfield can get payback to make tomorrow at school a little bit better.
1-0 to count to Bedingfield. Buffoni's pitch. A little bit outside. 2-0 to count. Buffoni's pitch. Hit out and over for the out.
Heine makes a good play over to Nico. John Wiley and Terry also Second Baptist Eagles together. Another best friend matchup here for pitcher and hitter.
John Wiley is up. Pitch to Wiley. Oh, what some smoke by Buffoni. The wind by Buffoni. Pitch to Wiley. Got him on another high heater.
I'm not sure he's gonna, I don't know if he's going to go away from that heat the way he's blowing it by him.
He's bringing it. Buffoni's pitch. A little bit on the outside. 1-2 to count to John Wiley. The wind by Buffoni. The pitch. Oh, got him.
Got him. 4 straight heaters. That's what most of Terry Buffoni's innings look like.
Yeah, it is. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score: the Cubs lead 2-0 over the Astros. And you're listening, watching Post Oak Little League Pole action, Majors Division action on Vype Live.
This game's going about like we expected. Mostly dominated by the pitchers, and Buffoni and Walcott did just enough. The couple of hits there. I think we've had, 1 hit for the Astros and 2 for the Cubs. That's about what we expected with this pitching matchup.
Yeah, the matchup's been really, really tight. But I had to say, the Buffoni hit was pretty much the turning point.
And he crushed that ball out to the fence in right field.
Everett Wolcott's going to lead this bottom of the 4th inning off Michael Lewis along with Willow Gilvey at Fertitta East Field. Glad to have you aboard on Vype Live. It's the Pole Majors Division playoff action between the Astros and the Cubs.
It's easy to see why these are 2 of the best teams in the league. They're playing like it.
They are.
Been a clean game so far. It's been fun to watch.
Great pitching matchup so far, and even the Buffoni and Leonard.
I know Johnny's happy to be out there with nobody on rather than coming in with
somebody
the
on.
Bases loaded and no outs like last inning. He's got Walcott and Buffoni to welcome him, though.
Here we go, the bottom of the 4th inning, and Everett Wolcott to hit. Johnny Leonard for his 2nd inning of work. Got out of a really big jam in the bottom of the 3rd inning there.
That was what they needed to keep him in this game, keep him in striking distance, no doubt.
Yes.
See if he can keep it under control for him.
Everett Wolcott. The wind by Leonard. The pitch. High. 1-0 to count. And you're correct, Will. You know, in this tournament, these have been the two best teams. It seems like year by year in this tournament. Fouled away by Walcott.
Yeah, Buffoni was the assistant coach on the Dodgers last year. They won the championship, so he's a crafty veteran out here. Like we said, his game plan is working to a T so far.
1-1 to count. Ball gets away. 2-1 to count to Everett Walcott. And as you mentioned, Coach Buffoni, his son is next. Terry Buffoni on deck. All low. 3-1 to count to Everett Walcott. The wind, pitch, Walcott walks.
Lead-off walk for Walcott.
The pitcher, Terry Buffoni. As you say, the coach's son.
Big stick right here. Terry won the home run derby at the Posto Carnival earlier this spring.
Oh, wow. I can imagine him having Jordan Alvarez's number. A lot of people say,
Oh.
Just foul.
Hit hard down the left field line, just foul.
One strike count to Terry Buffoni. Richard Smith is on deck. The wind by Leonard to pitch Buffoni. Gets it up the middle. Gonna throw it. No play on either side. And
Donut knocks it down. But 2 men on. Hit hard towards that gap on the ground. Donut did a nice job of sliding over there to knock it down.
He tried to almost make a good play on it.
Yeah, it was a good play, just knocking it down. Kept Walcott on second base.
Richard Smith's up the plate. Smith pops it, and it goes out of play. I don't think Donut was actually in position when he had it. He was trying to throw it, and just had he been in like maybe slight position, he could have maybe pulled off a double play.
I think he took all he had just to get over and knock it down. See if Johnny Leonard can dial up another double play just when he needs it, like last inning.
Like last inning. Yes. 1-1 to count to Richard Smith. Nobody on. 2 on. Nobody out. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Richard Smith.
Nice off-speed pitch by Leonard. He's been mostly gas. That was a nice pitch, though.
The pitch by Leonard. Foul by Richard Smith. Got around it real good. Just a little bit late on the pitch. 1-2 to count to Richard Smith. No outs. 2 on. Cubs leading this one 2-0 over the Astros. The wind by Leonard to pitch. Ball gets away. And going to third, advance to third is Walcott. And Buffoni goes to second on the wild pitch by Leonard.
Now Richard Smith wants to put something in play.
Now, if he can
sure
put this in
something in play. Walcott's quick on third base.
Get these 2 home. I tell you, it'll be tough to really for the Astros to come back. Smith, no pitch. Called it no pitch.
Leonard moving a little too fast for the umpire.
Like the catcher's signaling the third baseman to draw in just slightly. The line by Leonard, the pitch to Smith, fouls it away.
Infield in now. They were not for the first couple pitches. I guess Coach Wiley rethought that.
pitch.
Cubs get another run or two on the board here. That's
yeah, it's
tough.
pretty much going to be
That's
tough
tough
to
sledding
really
against
try to
Buffoni.
get against Buffoni. I tell you, if they can take advantage of this now, Buffoni can really just. Oh, great hit by
Richard
Smith. That's going to bring in one. That's going to bring in Walcott. That's makes it 3-0.
Bring it
Buffoni
in
comes in now 4-0, and you called it just perfectly, Will. 2 runs are in, and
nice base hit for Richard
Smith. Great 2 out, no out, 2-run single. Now the Cubs lead this one 4-0. Andrew Peters is up now. Nobody out this inning, Will, and it's just like if you're going to take advantage of it, this could be the inning to do it. Wide by Leonard to pitch to Peters.
Everything working just how Coach Buffoni wants it so far. He's pushing all the right buttons.
Let's strike the count to Andrew Peters. 1 out, 1 on, nobody out. Peters pops it up. Getting up on his catcher, and
Wiley makes a nice play behind the plate there.
Great catch by Wiley. 1 down.
Next up for the Cubs, Will Holland.
The shortstop Will Holland is now up to bat. The wind by Leonard to pitch to Holland. It's going to be outside on the outside corner. It's going to be 1 ball. The wind by Leonard to pitch to Holland. Oh, great hit. That's going to might go for extra bases. Holland is going to go down to second. It's going to stand in there. Smith goes to third. And it is a double for Will Holland. Nico Juarez can now actually, here's another where you can capitalize on this lead. Now you got just only 1 out. Capitalize on this lead.
Anything in play, probably played another one. I think Richard Smith in front of him is the only thing that kept Will Holland from getting to third on that play.
Yeah.
That boy can fly. Coach Buffoni making sure Holland and Smith know exactly how to play this with one out, second and third. He darn sure wants to get another one across, and he'd love to.
Yeah, if he gets 2, and you're talking 6-0, and here's Terry Buffoni coming into the top of 5, top of 6, and he can just almost close it out. And the way he pitches, it's going to be real tough to.
It's a tall task from where it sits right now.
Nico Juarez, the hitter. Drawn in infield, the pitch to Juarez.
Nice play by Wiley behind the plate. Stop that
save.
ball.
1 ball, no strike to count. Gets away from Wiley, but he manages to keep it in front. 2-0 to count. The pitch landed to Juarez while he digs it out. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. 1 out. Cubs have 2 runs in this inning in, leading 2-0. Pitch. Juarez. Oh, what a play at first base.
Brady Wilkins with the stab on the line drive from Nico.
Great snag.
Great play, Brady.
Gus Meyer.
See if Leonard can get Meyer here and limit the damage.
Line by Leonard to pitch to Meyer. It's going to be inside. It's going to be 1-0 to count. 4-0.
Another good stop by
Another
Wiley
good stop
back
by
there.
Wiley.
It's the third or fourth one he's knocked down with a man on third.
2-0 to count to Gus Meyer. Charlie Casson is in the on-deck circle. Pitch to Meyer. Gets away from Wiley. Coming down to Smith. And he's out.
Got him. Great play by Wiley and Leonard.
Great play by Wiley. But the Cubs get 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors. And we go into the top of the 5th. The score, the Cubs 4 and the Astros nothing. Watching and listening to Pole Majors Division action on Vype Live. Michael Lewis along with Will Ogilvie. And tell you what, now that you got to see late inning Terry Buffoni, it's going to be tough for you. It's going to be a challenge for the Astros to come back in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding. Coach Wiley's over there. He's got them gathered, wants them to keep fighting. Just got to get a little belief. Good news about facing Terry is if you get the bat on the ball, we'll go a little further.
It can be, yes. Yes, his fastball can be, woo. Winner of this one will go into the winners bracket.
Championship game.
Championship game.
They'll be waiting in the championship.
And that'll be a good time to, and you're talking about the two, Wolcott and Buffoni. If this lead holds up, you're talking about Coach Buffoni could either mix or match one of the two to start.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see which one he starts with in that championship game. Don't want to put the cart before the horse, but if they end up getting there with full rest, see if he goes with Terry first or uses him to close out like he did tonight, like he's done so often this season. It's a good problem to have for Coach Buffoni.
I tell you, it's great for any coach.
It's a high-class problem.
It is. I mean,
but I guarantee you, Coach Buffoni's not thinking about the next game just yet.
He's just wanting to close this one out. They are 2 innings away from it. And to go to the top of the 5th, and Walker
Donut, see if he can get something started here.
Is going to
made a nice play to knock that ball down in the last inning.
Wine by Buffoni, pitch to Donut. That's in there for a strike.
4-run lead. Terry's going to be going right after him.
I can imagine he's going to use a lot like he just did now. Great heater. 2-strike count to Will Donut. Second leading of work for Buffoni. Donut fouls it away. Brady Wilkins is in the on-deck over the first baseman for the Astros. Pitch, chopper. Phony try to get it over.
Hits it into no man's land between the pitcher's mound and first base.
It'd actually be a little bit of an error on Buffoni, and Donut is on first.
Leadoff runner on. That's all Coach Wiley could ask for.
Yep. Looks like Brady Wilkins is up now. Pitch by Buffoni. 1 ball. Brady Wilkins. Joseph Pena is on deck. Pitch by Buffoni. Pop coming in for a great play.
Great play by Hudson Heine going deep behind second base into shallow right field.
Back. He looked really good on that one. Great play by Hudson Heine.
We talked about Pena. He could cut this lead in half with one swing.
One swing. The wine by Buffoni, the pitch to Pena. It's going to be a strike to Joseph Pena.
Buffoni gets ahead of him here. See if he goes to the off speed.
I think he may just try to jam him a little bit.
There's that off speed.
Yep. A little bit out on the outside.
Pena's a dangerous fastball hitter.
2-1 to count to Joseph Pena. The pitch to Pena, fouls it away. 2-2 to count. The wind by Buffoni. The pitch to Pena. Real high. It's going to be a full count now with Joseph Pena. One down. One on. The wind by Buffoni. The pitch to Pena. Full count.
I thought that was ball 4-2. There's a little
Yeah, it
confusion
looks
at
like
the
it was a
plate.
2-2, but I guess it was not.
Might get ball 5.
The pitch by Buffoni. Hit up to Walcott for one. Goes to first.
Oh,
got
turns
it.
a double play.
Great double play by Everett Walcott.
Great play by Everett Walcott. Ranges over, gets that ball up the middle, steps on second, fires it.
No runs. A man left on. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score: the Cubs 4, the Astros nothing. And you're watching, listen to the poll. Majors Division playoff action on Vype Live.
Second double play of the night. That one a little more traditional.
Yes. Michael Lewis and Will Gilby with you. Back here in at Fertitta East Field. Will, I tell you what, it looked like the Astros were actually going to try to put some runners
It
on.
looked
with
like they
Terry
had something
Buffoni,
going.
And that great play by Everett Walcott. Great. I mean, it's. And the Astros have to find some way to get on base and maybe convert some runs in the next inning. But I mean, the way Terry Buffoni's pitching, my goodness.
Like we said, all the buttons that Coach Buffoni's pushing he's pushing all the right buttons
The
tonight.
buttons are good tonight. Yes.
Two double plays tonight. Fun action.
Yeah.
Good baseball.
Next on the Cubs, Gus Meyer.
Gus Meyer is up next for the Cubs. Pitch by Leonard to Meyer, low. 1 ball. Gus Meyer. The wind by Leonard, the pitch to Meyer. A little high. It's going to be a 2-0 to count. Charlie Canson is up next for the Cubs.
Gus Meyer working a 3-0 count here.
Charlie Canson is up next. Pitch. Canson's on.
Leadoff walk.
Leadoff walk.
Meyer's got some speed.
Gus Meyer's got speed.
I don't know if they'll
Charlie
challenge
Canson's
Wiley
up.
with the 4-0 lead. I haven't seen either of these catchers get challenged tonight, but hard hit ball. Meyer can run.
Oliver Purdy's up next on deck for the Cubs. Nobody out. 1 ball count to Charlie Casson. Pitch by Leonard low. 2-0 to count to Casson. Cubs leading this one 4-0. The wind, the pitch to Casson. It's
Casson
3-0.
shows bunt right there.
Squared away. The ball just actually tailed out. 3-0 the count. The wind, the pitch Another walk.
Nope, got one in there. Got one in there.
Got one in there. Almost looked like a walk, but he was getting ready to walk down to first. But
I think Casson thought it was too.
And now he's on to first. And Oliver Purdy is up.
Oliver Purdy.
Nobody out, and 2 are on by walks.
Coach Wiley making a pitching change.
Looks like it's going to be a pitching change.
Maybe Brady Wilkins coming in. Wilk first base.
Sure is.
On the mound. Brady's been their 3-man this year, and he's a solid strike thrower.
Mm-hmm. 4-0, the Cubs lead this one. We are in the bottom of 5th inning. Brady Wilkins, who was the first baseman, is now coming in to pitch. Oliver Purdy will be the hitter. I tell you what, Will, you know, the Cubs look like I said, Coach Buffoni had everything set tonight. It just seemed like the wheels turned great for the Cubs tonight.
I think he'd tell you the exact same thing after the game if it ends up the way it looks like it might.
Uh-huh.
I've coached a lot of these games out here, and rarely do they go just the way you plan for them to go. So
this one seems like it's going the way it's planned.
I think Coach Buffoni, I think he's got his fingers crossed over there behind his back.
Yeah.
We just got a little grin from Coach Buffoni. That's the grin of a man who's pushing all the right buttons.
Oliver Purdy is going to be the hitter. Brady Wilkins is pitching now for the Astros. Wind by Wilkins and the pitch to Purdy. Wiley was trying to look down to first to make a throw. Johnny Leonard's moved to first for the Astros. The wind by Wilkins and the pitch to Purdy. It's 1-1. A little low, Oliver Purdy. Ball gets away. Meyer and Casson.
Bradley.
3 balls, 1 strike to Purdy. Oh, cuts the cutter in by Wilkins. Full count to Oliver Purdy.
Men on second and third now. As Wilkins got to dance through this one like they did a couple times earlier.
It's Purdy, pops it. Leonard not able to get it at first. Full count to Oliver Purdy.
Meyer on third base has good speed. He's going to be flying on anything hit on the ground. Infield is in.
The pitch, and it's ball 4.
You know, that force out at home, that might not be the worst thing. Walking the bases loaded
just
right
to get
there.
out of this inning. Yeah, at least work your way out of this inning if you can. Daniel Landry.
Infield in and a force at home.
Could be looking like the infield is in for Daniel Landry. Bases are loaded and nobody out. Strike one. Wilkins flew in a great fastball there. One strike to count. Pitch by Wilkins, low. 1-1. Looks like it's 2-1. It should be 2-1-1, but I guess they have it as 2-0.
Yeah,
right, now it's
scoreboard's
1-1.
off.
Pitch to Landry. That's 1-2 to count to Oliver Landry. To Daniel Landry. Timbo Bailey is up next. Bases are loaded. Good time to try to.
Nobody out.
Nobody out. Landry fouls it away. And this is a good time for, you know, the Cubs want to actually put a little statement on this game. They've already have with 4, but now if they want to put a statement on this game, get a couple more runs in. Because in Little League Baseball, you never know. Strike 3.
Good job
call.
by Wilkins there, getting the strikeout.
Good fastball.
First out and the third out are the toughest ones to get.
Yes.
So.
As we strike 1 to Timbo Bailey. 1 down. Cubs leading this one 4-0. Wind by Wilkins, a pitch to Bailey, strike 2 to count. Hudson Heide is the next up on deck for the Cubs. Pitch is low.
Another good stop by John Wiley with the man on third.
I tell you. And Meyer with that speed, where the ball gets away, he's in. Pitch.
Oh,
Hit all. Gets you 1 run, scores.
Timbo Bailey with the big RBI right there.
RBI by Timbo Bailey. Could be an actual error on Bedingfield. And now it is 5-0. The Cubs are leading.
Crowd loving the big RBI by Timbo Bailey. Back to the top of the lineup here with Hudson Heine. Like we talked about, Mike, you got a real chance to break this thing open.
Hudson Heine takes a ball, 1 out, will run in, and still base is still loaded. 1 out. I tell you what, Hudson Heine gets a hit here, boy, that will open up everything. Even a walk would still open up everything because you still have Wolcott and then Terry Buffoni, the pitcher. The wind to pitch. 2-1 to count. Two balls, 1 strike to count. The wind by Wilkins, the pitch.
Good
To
pitch
Heine,
by
and
Brady.
good pitch. Stayed right with it on that corner. 2-2 to count.
Brady's doing just what Coach asked him to do. He's coming in throwing a lot of strikes.
Pitch fouled away by Heine. Wine, the pitch. Oh, Wiley, great save in the dirt.
It's got to be the 6th or 7th ball he's blocked in the dirt with a man on third base tonight.
Good game by John Wiley tonight behind the plate. The pitch. That's going to be ball. It's going to be walked in. Kaysen comes in from third. And
Now we got Walcott and Buffoni
Everett
coming
Wolcott
up.
and Buffoni.
Licking their chops. Licking their chops.
Oh, 6-0. 2 runs in this inning for the Cubs. They've now extended their lead to 6-0. Everett Wolcott. Pitch by Wilkins is high. Ball 1. 6-0. Cubs lead the Astros. Yeah, pitch by Wilkins. Wolcott a little low. 2-0 to count. Bases are loaded. 1 out. Wolcott can get something here.
This is a green light situation for
green
Everett
light.
Wolcott.
Yes, it is. 2-0 to count. And
Hard
base hit. You got one will come in. You got Bailey's gonna come home to. He's gonna go back now. They got Bailey, and they have him. It's Bailey's out, but 1 run is in. Now it's 7-0 to Cubs.
Great base hit by Wolcott. Hit sharply up the
Great,
middle there.
great base hit. And now Terry Buffoni, the pitcher, the coach's son, is up. 2 on, 2 out. 3 runs are in this inning. They're going to intentionally walk Terry Buffoni.
Walk Buffoni.
Oh. Strategy.
Ultimate sign of respect for the
yes.
home run derby champion there.
Richard Smith, the catcher, is going to come up, looks like.
Smith had a big 2 RBI base hit earlier this game.
Here we go, and he gets another one.
See if he can make him pay for walking Buffoni.
The wind by Wilkins, the pitch to Smith. He strike 1. 3 runs in for the Cubs, leading 7-0. Bottom of the 5th inning here. Leading the Astros 7-0. Winner heads to the championship game. Pitch. Looks like Heidi was trying to come down. Walcott was trying to come down. but Wiley again with a great save and great vision.
Heidi almost got caught in a pickle there.
Heidi was almost all the way down, and here we had almost another great defensive play would have happened. And a great hit. That's going to go for extra bases. Heidi scores. Wolcott scores. Here comes Buffoni to the plate, and he's in. 10-0. That's going to do it.
That's going to end it on the run rule.
The run rule.
Richard Smith makes him pay with
a.
I think that's 5
RBIs tonight.
Richard Smith tonight.
Richard Smith makes him pay with a 3-run double, and that's going to do it on the 10-run rule. The final score, the Cubs advancing to the championship game. The final score, the Cubs 10 and the Astros nothing. Will, it's been great doing a broadcast with you. It was a pleasure. And
Cubs look strong. They look like the #1 seed tonight.
Yes, they did.
They'll be sitting in the championship game waiting for whatever's left of whoever's left.
The final score from TD East Field is the Cubs 10 and the Astros nothing. Will Gilvey, I'm Michael Lewis. Thank you very much for joining us for TD East Field and watching the Pole Majors Division playoff action. We'll see you next time on Vype Live.
Yep, and then bring that camera stuff over here.